Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to show you how to make a realistic skin material in Blender. This is the real-time response of the material in Eevee render engine, and the textures used in this material is in 8K resolution. Because of 8K you can get those small details of pores and bumps. These textures are available in 16K resolution.
And it's free. If you want to follow along with me, just download the texture pack from the link in the description. Without any delay, let's start our tutorial. The model I am using is from my own project of recreating Nico Bellic from GTA 4. If you don't watch that video, it's here, check it out. The key things needed for this material to work is a mesh with good topology. Mesh should be UV unwrapped, also the UV should look something like this. This model has been created using Character Creator, so that I got UV map exactly how I want it to be. For matching the UV map with the texture, plug the color map to the material and go to UV editing. Make sure you select the base color image texture in the shader. Now in UV editing window you can set the shading to texture, so that you can see the texture in solid view mode. In this way you can edit UV much faster. Now in UV editing window, with the help of proportional editing we need to align our UV as much as we can. Grab a vertex or a vertex loop and move it to your desired position. At first you need to match the areas which have more attention when we are looking at the model, like eye, nose, etc. Also make sure to avoid UV stretching. In the settings you can turn on UV stretching, so that you can visualize the stretching of UV and smooth it out. You can use the relax tool to reduce stretching, so that's how you match the UV with texture. If the model has good topology you can achieve this kind of UV map with the help of seams and then unwrapping the model. I am not going to explain the unwrapping method in this video. These are the textures that we are using to create this material. Let's create a material for our head mesh. In the base color, plug our color map. The map you get from the provided link is in 16K resolution. You can reduce the resolution using any image editor if you want. I am using 8K resolution here. Now plug specular and glossy map. Specular and glossy maps should be a non-color color space. Otherwise it won't work. Because of using glossy map as a roughness map, we should invert it before going it into principal BSDF, and reduce the factor according to your need. Now plug the normal map. Make sure you take the normal map and not the micro-normal, and set it to non-color, then pass the normal map through a normal map node to the normal of BSDF node. Now import the displacement map and plug it to the displacement. In this texture pack, displacement map is named as cavity, and set the scale value according to your mesh scale. After that import the micro-normal map, and mix it with the normal map that we added early. With the help of bump node, connect the normal map output to bump map's height. Connect the micro-normal to the height of bump map. Also lower the strength of bump map. By default micro-normal is tiled as big as our mesh. To fix this, add mapping node to scale it, add a value node to the scale of mapping node. In my case a value of 45 works perfect for me. You can adjust according to your mesh. Make sure that all textures should be a non-color color space, except the base color. Now let's add some additional details to the base color. For that we duplicate the cavity map, aka displacement map. Now we are going to multiply both map. Also add an ambient occlusion node between displacement map and multiply. By using this method we can use the factor of multiply node to adjust the details. Let's add some subsurface scattering to our material. For that we have translucency map. By using this we can isolate the areas which we want to add subsurface scattering. By default translucency map only affect in the ears only. For increasing our selection more than ears, we need to mix it with base color map. Add a color ramp between translucency map and mix node, so that we can adjust the selection. Adjust the color ramp according to your need. Now plug the mix node output to subsurface, so that we can define where we want scattering. Set subsurface color to red. Now set subsurface radius, red value to 0.300, blue and green to 0.010. After fine-tuning, I use 0.150 for red value, and 0.010 for green and blue value. As you can see, we get a subtle subsurface scattering with this setup in Eevee render engine. So we created a realistic skin material for our head. This material is set to work on EV, as you know that subsurface scattering in EV and cycles give different results in same value. You can tweak the subsurface radius and the mix factor of the subsurface selection map, so that you can achieve the same result that we got from EV engine. Also convert the base color to black and white, so that you get more control on the selection area. That's it for the tutorial. You can add more nodes to this material and can achieve more realism. This project file is available on my Patreon page, check it out. Now here are some renders using this material.